Facing its darkest days in the midst of this pandemic, and yet to drive around this city, you would be hard-pressed to see it. It's not until you come here, the medical examiner's office, essentially ground zero, that you can witness its damage firsthand. You mentioned those new refrigerated units. Several of them arrived here today. They were parked directly behind me, not out of precaution, but because of the necessity. The current ones they have running out of room. The bodies starting to pile up, and the numbers are going up in every statistic. Shep, hospitalizations, as you mentioned. In some cases, hospitals are having to ship patients hundreds of miles away to Houston, to Dallas, to San Antonio. And when they succumb to the virus in those cities, the families then have to find a way to get them back here. A funeral home director told me that his business has purchased 3 massive cooling units just to keep up with this tragic influx of bodies.
I'm taking care of a family today that their loved one passed away from COVID, and the hospitals didn't have any room for them here, so they sent them out to San Antonio, to Houston. So now the family has to deal with not only the expense of bringing their loved one from out of town, but also doing services here locally for their loved ones.
Now, complicating this matter is this shutdown that's been put in place in El Paso for the past 2 weeks. A county judge issued this order, and now he's facing a lawsuit from a local restaurant group that's now been joined by the Texas Attorney General, stating that he has overstepped his authority in shutting down this city despite the numbers going up in COVID-19 cases. A district court heard this lawsuit. It's now been appealed and could go as far as the Texas State Supreme Court. Meanwhile, that order expires tomorrow at midnight.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.